Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. Today we are going into standard with a Boros build, but not just any Boros build. We are trying the better Quintorious Loremaster. Absolutely phenomenal card. I just absolutely love this card and the synergies of this deck. I was just playing around doing my dailies and I decided I was going to do a video about this particular deck because my god is this fun to mess with in the arena. Well, this is centered around Quintorious Loremaster, which states that for 1 white, 1 red, and 3 generic, he has vigilance. He is a 3/5, but that's not where this card is spicy. The spiciness of this card comes from not only the first ability, but the second one as well. At the beginning of your end step, you exile target non-creature, non-land card from your graveyard. You create a 3/2 red-white spirit creature token. Then, for a white, a red, and a generic, you tap it, you sacrifice a spirit, then you can cast the card that you exiled with Quintorious Loremaster without paying its mana cost. Absolutely brutal. So we want to continually cast our spells over and over and over again. Notice we can cast Jaya, Fiery Negotiator, from that, which is taking kind of a center role in this by creating monks. You're exiling things and this and that. I really like Jaya in something like that. Great control piece, especially the -2 if you have a lot of tokens on the field, and with the tokens we get from Quintorious Loremaster, as well as our 4 Whoa, we only have 3 copies of Wedding Announcement in this deck. We are going to have those tokens that are mucking about the field. We also get a couple of surprise tokens from Nalaar, Consul of Revival, where Thopters you control have haste, but whenever you play a land or cast a spell from exile, you create a 1/1 Thopter artifact creature token with flying, so the -2 is going to hit a lot of the time. This is very, very, very much so a tempo deck, but has a lot of other synergies in it as well, just to make sure that the opponent cannot take off, because we are doing all of the burn spells. 4 copies of Hurloon Battle Hymn, 4 copies of Lightning Strikes, and 4 copies of Play with Fire. We can get to those with Wrenn's Resolve, on occasion Jaya, as well as those are the only ways. Those are the only ways. We said all of the ways. We can get those back with Jaya, Fiery Negotiator. For -1, you can exile the top 2 cards of your library. You choose one of them, you may play that card. And Wrenn's Resolve, you exile the top 2 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. Fantastic. Why do we have so many burn spells? Why not just use Get Lost in the main board and deal with that? Because him costs 1 more, sometimes 2 if you kick it, more than Get Lost. Well, we have this special card in here called the Heartflame Duelist. For 1 white and 1 generic, instant and sorcery spells you control have lifelink. Oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful phrasing. I just love that. Whenever you are burning out your opponent and gaining life in the process, chances are those mono red decks definitely can't keep up with that, and any other deck is going to keep you in the game just a little bit longer. And if you cast this for the Heartflame Slash, you can deal 3 damage to any target. It does cost 1 red and 2 generic, but lo and behold, a decent card altogether, gives our stuff lifelink. It's a fun flavor that I'm going to have to put in the deck. Also 2 copies of Virtue of Loyalty, so that we get basically vigilance at all points, 4 or 5, and then we can create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance, and also we cast it from the graveyard quite a bit of the time, so maybe Pia Nalaar gets Thopter out. We're not that worried about Pia Nalaar. There are a couple of reasons why Nalaar is good in this deck, and for one, it's a target to be removed. They're going to remove this all the time if it hits the ground, just because of how well known the card is and how much people think of Nalaar. But we don't want them removing things like Karolus. We don't want them removing things like the Quintorious Loremaster. So good in that way. Also, Jaya and Wrenn's Resolve play things from exile. Heartflame Duelist and Virtue of Loyalty both play from exile as well. The deck is not built around Nalaar. This is just meant to be a value play if we can get it. Right? Just if we can get it. It's fun to get it on the ground whenever we do, and it's just a value play, guys. Not meant to be the game-winning strategy. Game-winning strategy is swinging for a lot of damage and gaining a bunch of life as we get there. I do believe there was one more thing I wanted to talk about with this deck, but we need to talk about Karolus, the Stalwart Slayer. For 1 white, 1 red, 1 generic, flying, haste. Whenever a spell would deal damage to you or another permanent you control, you prevent that damage. But if a spell were to damage an opponent or a permanent or an opponent controls, it deals that much damage +1. So Hurloon, battle him, does 5 damage. Lightning Strike does 4 damage. Play with Fire does 3 damage. So a lot of great synergies with Karolus, Stalwart Slayer. Basically, my strategy for building this deck was looking at all the cool Boros cards, putting a couple of them in the deck, building a shell around that theory, and going to town. Oh, couple Restless Bivouacs in this deck because fantastic creature, very, very nice if you want to be very tempo-y. And then the sideboard is going to be stuff like Destroy Evils for enchantments. We got a Berets for artifacts. We have Get Lost for planeswalkers, and we have Brotherhood's End for aggro and token decks. Thank you for joining today. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. We are going to be doing 5 rounds in the arena today, and I'm going to calculate it. I'm going to see how many we win, how many we lose, if this is a deck that we should be taking seriously, or if it is a dud. We'll talk about that at the end of the round, so stay tuned for that. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get these matches rolling. The opponent will be getting to go first here. 1 mana. Oh, a lot of decks don't mind 1 mana, but this one and most standard decks definitely mind just 1 mana hands. Here, this is a little bit better. Now, Nalaar probably goes away. You really want this coming down, doing some hasty boy damage and stuff like that. Keep Lightning Strike up on turn 2. Virtue of Loyalty. This is an instant, so we can do it at any time. We are going to play a Plains, pass the turn. A lot of triumphs, so we are facing the Domain deck. Of course we are. Start recording and run into a fancy deck like Domain. Virtue of Loyalty. Greater Tanuki. Alright. This is looking good. This is 3rd land. I guess we just put out the Karolus swing. Deals a 4 damage. We need to kill the opponent pretty rapidly. 5 mana for the opponent already, and we get Virtue of Persistence. Such a good card for that deck. This is the damage to creature or planeswalker. Okay, well, what we'll do is we'll just swing in. Let's see if he removes my token. Yep, sure does. That's fine. Well, we answer with a Nalaar and pass the turn. 1 more mana for Virtue of Loyalty. Pretty solid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 is going to be that. 1 more mana, Quintorious. We could get our own creatures out of our graveyard. Huh. Is that going to be a copy of Nalaar? Okay, well, whatever. Kill it. I am the only one that can Nalaar, sir. Okay, Sky Turtle. So, his deck did nothing. Well, we got this. We might as well get some Hasty Boy damage off. Put some pressure back on the opponent, and he's top decking. He's got to top deck a land for Virtue of Persistence, and he does. Very well played. He scoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, why did you not play Virtue here? Do you have no... Oh, you didn't have your second source of black. Totally consistent. Perfect deck. Well, we're probably going to want 3 Destroy Evils in here. Nalaar will go down to 1. He's already seen the Nalaar. So, going down to 1 of those. Hopefully, he's doing something in his sideboard to deal with Nalaar and our exile things. So, it might be a little bit better this way. Yeah, just cutting 1 of the Nalaars. I don't want to cut any of the earlier stuff. Maybe 1 Play with Fire because I'm expecting just big creatures from him. Yeah, Destroy Evil also hits his big creatures that we cannot hit with, like the Hurloon Battle Hymn, the Lightning Strikes, the Play with Fire. So kind of trading off a couple of our other burn spells for some good old-fashioned enchantment removal, and good old-fashioned, what would you say, destroy really, really big, mean creatures. All right, first match was very easy. We were on the draw as well. A couple of Wrenn's Resolves here. I'm not a huge fan of this hand, but his deck is going to be very slow, and our hand is a little bit slow, a little bit too slow. Probably should have went Bivouac there. That's fine. That's fine. Herd Migration early on his turn. Little desperate to win, is he? We like to see it. We like to see it. Since Wrenn's Resolve is a sorcery, we will do it right now, and that is a beautiful Wrenn's Resolve. Greater Tanuki again, grabbing black. That's his one source of black. Sundown Pass. Get me a Rim Karolus. Swing for 2. Pass to the opponent. A third Wrenn's Resolve hit our hand. Because a Shuffler is fine. Another Greater Tanuki. Fine. Pia Nalaar. Fantastic stuff. Well, let's do it like this. We will swing. Does the damage. And we're going to deal 3 damage to your face. Kind of set up for Pia Nalaar into the Duelist. We did not draw land, which is unfortunate. Swing. Okay, Pia Nalaar. It resolves. Heartflame Duelist. Leyland Binding. A binding on the Pia Nalaar. Absolutely, 100% fine. I am not worried. As said, Pia Nalaar is here really to get beat up like that. Okay. We got a Greater Tanuki out. What if we just went to face? Should we just go to face? Yeah, probably that was a move. He does concede here. I wasn't taking that long, so I think he saw the writing on the wall that he just had no chance at all. I mean, like, which deck is this? Is this the one with the dinosaur? I think it's the one with the dinosaur that he's playing. That was a... No, it wasn't Covert. That was Seth, otherwise known as Saffron Olive, right? Yeah, that was that. But he had no chance. Lightning Strike to the face. This to the face. That's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage in the next turn. We're just hoping to draw like a Lightning Strike or something, or just hit him again with the Rim Karolus. It's over. 1 card in hand. Man, oh man. Meme decks are just fantastic, aren't they? We will opt to play first, of course, when we have the opportunity. 4 mana. This is a flood for this deck by far, but we will keep. We got the Pia Nalaar. We got a Lightning Strike. We got a Rim Karolus. So we got some things. We got things we can do. I've got my tools. Lore Keeper. So dinos, huh? Okay. Dinos it is. Dinos can give us some trouble. Pia Nalaar. Probably dropping the Rim next. Hopefully we're not drawing more land. But generally, if you start with a lot of land, you kind of get flooded a lot of the time. Plays a tap land, the Ridge Line. Ugh. Ugh. A 3/4, a red and green dinosaur creature until the end of turn. It is still a land. And whenever it attacks, another target attacking creature gets +2/+0. Decent land. I haven't seen a whole lot of Ridgeline. Like, you see the Bivouac quite a bit, but I haven't seen the Ridgeline a whole lot, and it looks like it is here, guys, the flood. Well, do it like this. Get the damage in that we can. Swing. It's 4 damage. Pass the turn. He finds his 3rd land, but again, it is tapped the Rugged Highlands this time. Highlands are probably the best of the basic lands, or not basics, but common lands. Well, it's not a mana, but we already have a copy of that in play. Maybe we're just swinging. As I said, we're trying to do a lot of tempo-y stuff. You know what? This deals 4 damage, so let's swing. Let's swing. What's the worst that could happen? We're going to put that here. Keep that Pia Nalaar alive. If he takes the Restless Bivouac, That's Bivouac. That's fine. Down to 12. Down to 12. Opponent plays a forest. Cute. Did he pay the 2? He did not. So he thinks he can out-tempo me, which is hilarious. Oh, especially with the play with fire coming up. This is 3. This is 7 damage. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ah, that's fatal. That is fatal, baby. All right, swing. Play with fire to the face. Yep. Sorry, man. Sorry. Good game. Good game. I love it. Oh, man. So strong, but, like, what do we need to worry about with Dinosaurs? Is it anything at all? I mean, like, we won that game pretty easily. Like, very, very easily. Like, I don't see any reason to really sideboard much here, right? Let's just run it back and see what we could do. Kind of slow. Bivouac. I'm going to pronounce that differently every single time, just to let you guys know. Mostly because I went to a small town for high school and stuff. I didn't get much of that education. Well, I guess it's better than some places, but not nearly as well as I would have liked. They would have probably have taught me how to pronounce this word. There we go. He's got his guy. He's doing his stuff. I'll quit rambling now. Maybe we're Wrenn's resolving here. Can't really do much else. It's a sorcery, so I have to do it now. Do it now or forever hold your peace. Okay, we got a couple of lands. Gets land out of our library, which is great. Oh, that's a 6/6. That's a big boy. That is a big boy. All right, well, we will play this. I guess if I was answering the question now, what would I have to worry about with Dinosaurs? It's big guys, right? Kill that. Fourth land comes down next turn. We might just be able to beat him up with our graveyard. That's big. That's a lot of damage. We draw mana. Okay. Do I care about getting that duelist down? Kind of, yeah. Let's do it. All right. Go to next. Pass the turn. Opponent. Fight spell? Ooh, okay. Fine. He discards his Carnosaur to get the damage off. Fine. I'm actually okay with that. So before going to my turn, let's get the Virtue of Loyalty down. Okay. Starting to get spicy now. Starting to get spicy. Virtue of Loyalty can come down here. Then we have it for the rest of the game. We could also do, what, 4 damage to that, but that doesn't kill it. 5 damage with this, but that still doesn't kill it. Maybe we're trying to... This is 3, costs 1 less for each of the legendaries. So we can still do that on his turn. And it would perhaps kill the Hammer Skull. Unless he's got a trick. We're gonna run aggressive because we have to be a little bit aggressive with this deck, and we're a little bit behind right now. Okay. Fine. Now we don't get to do Eiganjo either, so we're taking... No, we don't want to take the 6. We'll probably block with a Knight. Keep our life total as high as humanly possible. Yeah, that's big. This is probably going to be a loss. Lightning Strike, though. Loremaster can come down. But it's going to take this, and this could take down the Raptor. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Well, let's do it like this. Pass. We'll pass. Because what I'm going to do is battle him and then Lightning Strike. And we're going to kill this Hammer Skull. Wait. This is 4 damage. We can't take 6. 3. And then we can't kill the other one. Alright, so we'll do it like this. We'll do it how I originally intended it. Hit this with the hammer skull. We'll gain 4 life here. Okay. Then lightning strike on the hammer skull. We survive. Opponent's got more cards in hand than us as well. This is 5. Yeah? Get it going? Lightning strike. Makes us swing very awkward for the opponent. He could have fight spells in there. We got to really watch out here. We weren't able to be as aggressive as we needed to be in this second round. Swings for 4. Well, let's try to kill it. We did it. All right. We're making some ground here. Paleontologist comes down. That's the mana, right? Yup, sure is. Now, the good thing is he's kind of gotten stuck on 4 lands. Pia Nalaar. Drop the Pia Nalaar. Play the Virtue of Loyalty. Swing. So we may be way behind here. But I think we can stay alive. Get a battle hymn. Okay, grow our boys. Opponent. Killing Virtue of Loyalty with the Broken Wings. Fine. Tribute to the World Tree. Also kind of fine. I need to gain some life. But we'll do that here in a second. Swing everything. This should be fatal on board. It is. It is. Holy crap. I thought we'd lost that second game. That's 2 for the win column. 2 for the win column, guys. We are, of course, always going to choose to play first. 2 manas. 2 manas, that's it. But we do have a Wrenn's Resolve. It's kind of like having 2.5 mana. Because if we don't draw the mana, then we could always Wrenn's Resolve, dig into our library, and spin it to win it to try to grab a mana. We could also play with fire here. Play with fire, play with fire. Huh. Smart move is Wrenn's Resolve. Okay, and we got our mana. And a Lightning Strike. We could just Lightning Strike next turn. I mean, that works. It's damage. That's what we're here to do, right? Get damage off on the opponent. Okay. Okay. Gotta use it. Pass. We use it, otherwise it gets exiled. Urabrask Forge. Alright, looks like a Braid's going to do some work. Alright, makes a 1-1. So I'm not really worried about that Forge now. If we win, we win. And it's going to be through pacing. Let's make sure we get mana for next turn. Nope, put it to the bottom. That was a really good play with fire there. Ah, we got a tapped land. It's not what we wanted. Well, start off with the Rim Karolus. Now, we've got to be fast to beat this opponent because we don't really have any defense against Urabrask's Forge in the main board. Tapped land comes out. Bloodfell Caves coming in to do some action, get some life, and he kills my Rim Karolus. Of course he does. Comes in for 2. Well, let's get some lifelink going, huh? Eiganjo. Guess we're going to do this. Hit him in the face. Continue to pressure his life total. Down to 13. Then this is 3, 4, 5 more damage in hand. Pretty solid stuff. That makes it 3-1. Fine. Sure. Take some damage from the Mishra. Alright, now we have the lifelink on our spells now. Could swing in pretty heavily. So this is 3. and we'd have 1 available. Let's do it like this. There is no respite for the tempo player. Respite. Did I say that right? I'm pretty sure I did, right? Put it on the Bivouac. Come on in. 6 damage. Let's go. The block. Well, we will get a little bit of lifelink here. Awesome. And he got rid of the Bivouac. Bivouac. Yeah, that's a word. So that's good for us. And we actually start to make a little bit of ground against this Urabrask's Forge. Seeing a Shieldred come down is not good for us. But we can kill it. It's just going to take a lot of resources. Let's go ahead and kill that. No, we can't. We need to draw a land. Thank you, deck. All right. Play the mountain. Play this. Just like that. Gives us some more life. And then lightning strike. Kill it. Swing. Hits him down to 8. We're back up to 16. No matter how many times you Urabrask Forge, if I... Oh, no, not another one. I was just going to talk crap about Urabrask Forge not being enough. And here he goes. Well, that's a lot of damage. 6. Down to 10. Sacrifice another creature, put a 1/1 counter on this, draw a card, activate as a sorcery. So he's definitely going to want to do that. Okay. We got an uphill battle still, and probably wedding announcement isn't what we want here. I think this is what we want. We'll let go of the Pia Nalaar. We'll deal 4 damage here. Gain more health. That gaining of life is fantastic. It's the only reason we're not dead yet. And next turn, well, of course he's going to go for the throat. Sure. But I guess we could do the Pia Nalaar next time, too. Huh. Okay, so this probably kills us very, very soon. So we've got to get damage off. Okay. Deals the damage. Oh, no. That's not what we wanted to draw. That is not it. Huh. Well, we play that. I guess we're just dead, right? We're dead on the spot. Yeah. I'm considering ourselves close enough to dead that we don't have to continue this round any longer. Man, oh man. So what we want to do is we want these 4 braids for sure. And we need 4 of them. And maybe even 2 Brotherhood ends. We need to get the Urabrask Forge off of the battlefield. It kind of shuts down his whole thematic kind of Rakdos sack deck. And we probably don't have enough time for Virtue of Loyalty to be fantastic. Anything else? Karolus probably goes down 1. Play with fire, I think, is pretty good, but not as good as getting a braids. And then go down on wedding announcement. Wedding announcement doesn't do a whole lot against Urabrask's Forge, mostly because of trample. Okay, play first, and don't do this to me. Oh, don't do this to me, Arena. Oh, boy. Mold one more time. Still, man, oh, man, oh, man. All right. Apparently, our opponent needs a win, so we're just going to give it to him, I guess. Mold 3 times. Had no plays in any of the hands. That is quite the shame. We could get the Duelist going, but no need. We really need to draw red mana. Any source would do. That's not it. All right, well, go ahead. We can do Virtue of Loyalty and get a 2/2. If he swings in, that's what we do. We trade him off. Comes in. Kill it. Oh, thank God. Oh, man, I thought it was going to be one of those rounds, guys. I thought we were there. I guess wedding announcement looks pretty good here. Try to build up some mana up to 5. It's kind of a tall order for this deck. But just slowing down and interrupting him seems fine by me, and that is a Shieldred. Our deck hates Shieldred. Okay, well, we'll take the 2. If I swing here, does he block? No, you're... No. Come on. Alright, don't make it that easy on me. Kill it. I guess play with fire here. We want to keep his board clear. And keep pressure on with the wedding announcement. I know, we could have done that 100 different ways, but that's the way we chose. 3 damage to that thing, huh? Could kill it. Could just let it go for a little while. No attacks. Make some dudes, make them big. Now they're 3/3. Senior Connoisseur looks a lot weaker now. Char Forger. I'm not a big fan of Char Forger. What, you put a bunch of oil on it, then you remove 3 oil counters from it, exile top card of your library, you may play that card this turn? I mean, it's kind of slow. That makes a Senior Connoisseur pretty big. We should have probably taken care of it last turn. A Berate, though. Interesting. Swing. Double block. Three damage to this. Yeah, the Connoisseur is going to get away from us. But not by much. And we are going to continue to grow. So I'm happy with what we have so far, and that is the Urbrask's Forge. We have a Braid in the hand. Ready to rock and roll, baby. Okay, well, we didn't draw anything. Destroy artifact, that one. I guess we're not swinging. No, nothing. We'll hold the land. Maybe he thinks it's a spell. Holds him back. Ah, Senior Connoisseur gets even bigger. This might be the one that got away. And sure, there were things that I could have played differently here. Drawing mana. Can't really win if we just draw mana either. Well, we'll swing in, but he's got us. Alright, well, we won the first 2, lost the third one. Yeah, let's go. Let's go ahead and give it to him. Ouch. Ouch. Mono black. Gee whiz. So, first 2 rounds were fantastic. But second 2 rounds, not so much. No red mana, so we scoop, or mulligan it. Ship it. This is what you call a flood. Wow. Okay. So, Arena hates me. We know that much. Tapped land, Scoured Barrens comes out, and more land. Fantastic. Well, we do have the Duelist. More land. Alright. Alright, now we're talking. Just, if we draw all of our land, then we won't draw land again. I think that's the strategy. Draw all the land. Just give me about 20 turns where you don't really do anything. Please, for the love of God. Drops a Lauren. Well, of course, it's a land. It's kind of weird, right? It's an instant. We pass. We'll let him keep that Lauren around for a second. Opponent plays a Plains. Okay. So wings in with the Lauren. Fine. We take. What else? Shieldred? No? Okay. Oh my word. Every draw has been a land. Okay. Well, not much we could do about that, right? We want to hold up the Heartflame Slash. If If you want to draw a card, I'm happy about that. Okay, in turn. You want to draw a card? Let's draw a card, opponent. Let's draw. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Thank you. It wasn't land. I might let him keep that Lord around so that we could dig through our library. He's very willing to give us land, apparently. Spellbook Vendor. At the beginning of your combat, you may pay 1. Do things. And that's why we keep the Duelist up. No, thank you. I said no, thank you. No means no. No means no. Remember that. Didn't think you'd get life lessons here, did you? Swings. Opponent a little bit confused as to what to do here, which is good for us. Passes. Okay, we get a Virtue of Loyalty. It's probably good. Drop Duelist. Okay, and pass. You got the removal, don't you? Yes, you do. Alright, kill the Lauren. Get a little bit of life gain out of this. Let's draw. Let's draw. Yeah, baby. To draw another card as well. That's perfect. And we got a wedding announcement. We are starting to draw some real cards now. Thanks to our opponent, really. Like, being able to draw those 2 extra cards with Lorn of the Third Path is the only reason why we haven't just been run over completely. But opponent apparently struggling to get stuff going as well. He looks like he wants to be a very fast deck, and it hasn't really worked out for him. And we haven't the Charmed Apple comes to play. Well, I hope your endeavors bear fruit. I had to. Sorry, I had to. We have to say stupid stuff like that on this channel. Otherwise, what's the point? What's the point of having a channel if we can't say stupid stuff? Swing. Grows the boy. Trying to figure out if I have a damage spell, I would imagine. That's what his stick is. Trying to figure out if he wants to block it and risk or nay. He does block. We have a damage spell in our hand. We have the Heartflame Duelist, but it's not big enough to deal with his guy. Well, let's go ahead and put this out. Well, we didn't have the mana to cast it, so that's why we weren't casting Heartflame Slash. But the reason why we want to attack there is now Bivouac gets a little bit bigger next turn. Ossification. Fine. Gets a card out of his hand. He apparently has some good ones. And Quintorious Loremaster, not affected because it is in our hand still. And my god, we are about to double and triple and quadruple and quintuplet play cards. We have all the land we would ever want. And another Lorn of the Third Path comes down. Are we going to get to draw some more cards, opponent? Ouch. Well, that's good. That's a really good draw for us right here. But we're going to slow play it. Are we going to slow play it? So we could do 3 damage here. And then play that. That's 5. And then we have 2 left. But what if we dealt... Yes. Do it like this. 4 damage. For 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait. We could do 1, 2, 3, 4. So... Kick it. We might as well gain a little bit of life out of this. We have just enough mana for a wedding announcement, and that holds back the Lauren. I think that's the way we play it. Looking good so far. Wow, prison sentence makes his deck interesting. He does get to scry a couple with it, but he puts it on a 1/1, really wanting to get damage off. He is running out of cards. He is running out of opportunities to win. Scries 2 to the bottom. You love and hate to see that. It means that his deck's not cooperating with him correctly, which is fantastic. We don't want it to cooperate correctly. Now, he does have kill spells. Sure. Let's go ahead and get Quintorious Loremaster running. It goes through. So now we just pass. Let's draw. Come on, opponent. I know you want to draw. I know you want to draw. I would love to draw a card. Okay, well, we get the battle him back. Eventually, opponent, there we go. We're doing the thing. Now this is a 3-2. We make another 1-1. We pass the turn. Opponent lets us draw a card. You are so kind. Before we draw that card, I want to make sure it's not land. It's another duelist. We'll take it. We'll take that. Play with fire in the bin. Now, the way we're going to play these duelists is I'm going to actually put one on the... Oh, wait, no. Uh-oh. He's going to kill it, isn't he? So, if he does not kill the Loremaster, we put the duelist down. Things have lifelink. We use a Hurloon to do things, and he is going to kill it indeed. Okay, fine. Wedding announcement is... No, he does not kill it. Activate... Okay, activated abilities cannot be activated unless they're mana abilities. What is he doing? What is this guy doing? Oh, he's really trying for the charmed apple. This thing. He's really wanting it to work. I mean, sure. That means we're gonna kill the Lauren. Fine. Rawr! Virtue of loyalty. Opponent. Bit of hesitation. Do we want to keep our 2-2? Probably not important. He's got one card left. Let's draw. Let's do it. Yeah, baby. The problem with Lauren is, like, drawing cards is fantastic. And if your opponent's letting you do it over and over again, you're pretty happy about it. Let's get this down. Looking good. Swing. Deal some damage. Do this. Deal 3 damage directly to the face, +1 because of this. Drop duelist. We make another one. Now, we won't ever get these cards back. We won't be able to tap this and pay the mana to recast these in this matchup in particular. But I don't think it really matters. I think right now it's just a matter of time before the opponent scoops it up. He hasn't been able to get anything going. And now the Lightning Strike can kill the Arietta, the Charmed Apple. All right, well, never mind. Take it all back. Reverse that. Okay? Looking at that duelist, locks it down. I mean, if you don't get your Arietta, like, you don't do anything. So, round 5 is a weird one. Ooh, nice. Hello. Play it. Roar! You thought I was down and out. But nay, I say, this means your death. It was a long time coming. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need to deal 5. We could do it. The Lightning Strike and the Duelist here. So, punch you in the face. This is punching you in the face, opponent. Takes it down to 1. And then Lightning Strike again. Hits him in the face. And that is game number 1. So, a good start for the 5th round. A good start indeed. Let's make sure we can get all the way there. I kind of want to run 2 Brotherhood Inns. So if he builds up my side of the board with a bunch of those traps, whatever you want to call them. I know there's a word for them, but I'm blanking on them right now. But if he puts a bunch of those, like the Planner Disruption and all that stuff on our guys, the arrests, I guess you could call them arrest effects. But if he puts those on my dudes, then we just wipe our own board along with his. And then it's like, yeah, you got to start over from nothing. Well, this is not good. Maybe I should have started recording as soon as I started playing, because when your win rate starts going up, you start to get really clunky hands. Or at least I've noticed that. I don't know if it's actually true. We got to battle him to take care of his Arietta. Maybe we do drop one of these. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's drop one like it's hot. We don't have any spells to hold up anyway. Next turn we swing in for 5 unless he determines that he wants to remove this. And he is a cut down. That's good. Cut down's very good. Very good use of mana. For 1, you get to kill a threat. Arietta. You know what else is good though? A battle hymn. Sing about battles of the past. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. In with another Arietta. That's not necessarily great. You gotta be kidding me. Is this a scoop? This might be a scoop. We'll gain some life out of that as well. We might as well kick it to gain the life. We're not holding up Play with Fire. Okay. Another battle. Wow. You gotta be hecking me. Well, come in with the Karolus. Swings. Smite. Fine. Exiled as well. Okay, we need to run him out of cards, so he's top decking. He's probably trying to do the exact same thing to us. We keep drawing all the duplicates, so I don't care if this dies. Really don't. We got another one in the hand. We need to get through them. We can't have multiple legendary creatures on the field at once, so down to 2 cards our opponent is. Draws a card. Plays Arietta. Alright, we battle him that as well. I think he has the scoop if we kill all of his Ariettas. Okay. So that's his third one. Why don't you draw them all? Fine, fine, fine. We draw another land. Alright. Well, play the land. Play this. Whenever enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you scry 1. For 3, it gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control. We would prefer that not to be on the field, so we'll kill it. We don't get the life link here. Swing in, do some damage. Duelist comes down. And we might be out of cards in top decking, but I think that our top decks are going to be better than his because we killed 3 of his Ariettas. Sure, ossification. Fine. We still have the Duelist. Warren of the 3rd path. Let's draw. Let's draw. Come on, opponent. Oh, okay. Well, another land. We play the Duelist. We pass a turn. Fine. What else? Swings. So he's going to get us back down. We still have more mana than we still have more life than we do than we start with, so can't really complain. I can complain about the obnoxious amount of lands that this deck doesn't want. We get to draw. Fine. Brotherhood's in. That's kind of a beautiful draw for us. Enchantment. That's an enchantment, so this doesn't hit him. I guess we could have put Destroy Evil in here, but I don't think there's really any need. Comes on in. Yeah, all my mana is open. We do not have the Bivouac. That's what he's looking for. He's looking for the creature land there. Oh, hit him in the face. Gains 3 life. He's got a long way to go to get the Arietta thing going. Ooh, that is very spicy. Does he have another ossification? That's the real question. Well, let's play the Jaya. And I think we minus on the Jaya. No, we're going to plus on the Jaya. Get a monk. He seems to have a lot of 1/1 removal. So the monk actually seems pretty strong here.
Everything they know.
Let's draw. Yeah, that's what's up. Battle him. All right, we got to battle him. That's good. That's really good. Ossification. So he does have the removal for the Jaya. Fantastic. Good for you.
Now
Good
you can
for
tell
you.
everyone you beat the Jaya
Going for the
ballad.
monk. Okay, sure. I don't mind drawing the cards, to be honest. He's done a really good job halting us. Okay, swings in. Down to 24. I love it. Down to 24. Oh, my word. Wipe the board. Try again. We might be wiping here. We'll wait. We have plenty of time. He doesn't have anything that could do much to us, so we'll hold the plains as well. Sure, there's no discard effects, but it's a lot scarier when your opponent sees that you have 3 cards in your hand versus 2. I don't know. I'm just making crap up at this point. Yep, we draw. Ooh, nice, a duelist. Okay, go ahead and go. I think we're just doing damage directly to him. I'm not worried about that Lorne at all. This is being held for the Arietta or something. Oh, well, I guess board wipe at this point, right? We can't use a monk. We can't use a duelist. He needs us to control these enchantments for his deck to do what it wants to do. We let that damage through. Down to 22. Opponent. Arietta. See, that's what we hold this for. 4. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses X life. Well, I don't like losing life. In fact, with this deck, we're gaining a bunch of life. So, why don't you die? That's the 4th one, man. That is the 4th one. They all died to the same exact spell as well. Well, let's punch him in the face. Wrenn's Resolve. That is interesting. Well, let's Brotherhood's End. 3 damage to each creature, planeswalker. Wipe the board. Up to 45 health. Oh, man. You get so much health with this deck. It's crazy. Bivouac. Ooh, and a Brotherhood's End, which we're probably just letting go away. That Wrenn's Resolve was okay. We do have the Bivouac. He's sick of me gaining life, apparently. Well, drop this. Now we have something we could do. Wrenn's Resolve, we definitely want to draw that. Brotherhood's End. All artifacts. There are no artifacts. There's just 2 enchantments. That's all we've been able to accomplish so far. His deck is salty. Mine is... I don't consider it too salty, but it's got ways to stay alive in cases like this. And then, of course, we have the Bivouac that can just come in and punch him. I don't see his creature land, so we just swing. Just go to town, baby. And I guess we just beat him in a few turns doing this. Loremaster, hello. Well, we play the Loremaster next turn. And then there's no stopping us. If he doesn't have a way of removing the Loremaster, we just win. Drop Loremaster. Power up the Bivouac. Swing. Hold the Eiganjo. Let's add the counter here. Smite. Okay, fine. We want a lightning strike. Makes it 3-2. How many more of those can he have, though? As long as he doesn't put the one that blocks activated abilities. Yeah, of course he does. Yeah, of course he does. Well, we'll just beat him up with the 3-2. We are still way ahead of this guy. Guess it doesn't matter. Quintorious Loremaster can't really do anything anymore, but we can still make 3-2s. Now he's got to stop these guys, otherwise he just loses next turn. Come on, man, just scoop it up. Hey, great try on an Arietta deck, though. I mean, I don't know if anybody's done a video on it or anything, but it is possible. It's possible to win with it. It's just not very probable to win with it. Okay, go for the throat, sure. Down to 3. We play a land. We grab a play with fire, sure. We make a 3-2, and we pass to the opponent. Do you have 2 removal spells? Nope, that's game. That is game. Play with fire. I want to win with some style, but I don't think it's going to happen. We're just going to swing. Just swing in. The last match of the rounds today. Now, I wanted to win with a little bit more style, but just putting the opponent to 0 is good enough for me. Fantastic. Let's go to a post-game wrap. We'll talk about win-loss ratio and how exactly I thought this deck did. Before we jump right into that deck, let me just show you that I've been playing this deck quite a bit. I really have enjoyed it so far. It did need some twerking to get it tweaking, not twerking. Twerking is what you do at clubs for people who are popular enough for clubs. I'm not, but I play Magic the Gathering. I'm not popular enough for clubs. But overall, we do very well with this deck. A 9-4 record, a 69% giggity, a 69% win rate with it, and it has been absolutely phenomenal for us so far. It's been really good. Boros is so strong right now. But let's take a look at the deck, and we'll talk about like what I would like to see with this deck. I wanted Jaya, the Fiery Negotiator, to be a little bit better at getting cards into exile so that we could cast said cards. Overall, the Wrenn Karolus was fantastic. Nalaar was okay. Probably the weakest card in this deck, but really good value play if you haven't. And Wrenn's Resolve wasn't able to, like, you usually just cast the 2 spells as soon as you get them. Because of how low our mana curve is, we are going to be playing a lot of spells over and over again, and we want more things to our hand. I think that's where the biggest weakness of this deck is. We need to add more things that are going to allow us to draw cards. If you do anything to this deck, if you do anything, maybe even something like a treasure map. You don't have to. As you saw, it has a 69% win rate so far. Giggity. It's very good, very consistent. I really enjoyed playing this one. And actually, I have to say, the standard environment, I thought it was going to get really bogged down with 3 years of cards. But for the most part, we know mono black is really strong. But there are other ways to win. It doesn't seem like, from what I've seen in the arena, it doesn't seem like we're in a position where we are stuck on 2 or 3 really good decks and no other deck can thrive, because there's just so many things. The synergies are growing a lot. So the synergies are growing between the different archetypes all over the place. And I do not mean this stuff to sound punny or anything like that. It's just coming out very punny. I do apologize. Or maybe my mind just works that way. Who knows? But overall, this deck did fantastic. And I think that Boros is one of the strongest decks out there on the Magic the Gathering arena right now. This deck just smashes through things. Smashes through everything. Unless you get really bad draws against mono black. Yeah, well, that was the video today. Thank you for joining today. Make sure you've liked the video and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time in the arena. Bye.